pretty much. Coming down.
Sonic on Blu-ray is next level.
Oh, goody.
With an exclusive animated short.
This is our moment.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Buy it on Blu-ray and digital now.
Hi, this is Lisa from 4Imprint. Yeah, I'd like 50 welcome wows, 300 customer, I love it, and 200 team member, oh yeah, certainly. You know, we got some brand new, woohoo! Dial up the wow factor with promotional products from 4Imprint. We specialize in awesome items that are certain to and guaranteed to deliver some ooh yeah. From apparel, backpacks, drinkware to high-tech items.
Wow.
I love it. Yahoo! Go to 4imprint.com and find some wow now. 4Imprint, for certain. I'm here for something bold, beautiful, sometimes messy, but endlessly inspiring. eHarmony gets to know you better to match you better. eHarmony, here for real love.
Need to hit the road if we're going to beat the traffic.
Okay. What?
Maybe we'll just beat the traffic tomorrow?
Now or never.
Tonight. Hobbs and Shaw. Tonight at 8 on FX.
Hobbs. You want to tell me your name?
Welcome to the world premiere of the FX original series, The Old Man. Jeff Bridges and John Lithgow star in this dramatic action thriller about a rogue CIA officer on the run from assassins and his former colleague called on to hunt him down.
Hello? Hey, kid, it's me. They found me. I play a guy named Dan Chase, who was a CIA agent, and he's left that organization. Throughout the show, he's coming up to facing the consequences of what his prior life was, and that can get pretty messy at times. I play Harold Harper, who is a high up in the FBI, and he has a history with Jeff Bridges. The two of them were operatives together for the CIA. Jeff was a renegade, doing the wrong things for the right reasons, and I allow him to do it. And that crisis from all those years before comes back to haunt them in the present day. This thing has been buried in the ground for 30 years. I wanted it to stay there.
My character is Zoe, and she is really the one person who is not part of this deep dark secret, and I'm a lady with an Airbnb, and then I get together with Jeff Bridges' character and go on the adventure. How did you guys work together to bring to life your cat and mouse relationship and this complicated past to life?
So easy to act with Jeff Bridges, and we were supported by John Steinberg, our writer, and this incredible piece of screenwriting. You're about to drive us to a place you're not gonna like when we get there. You think I like any of this?
That was a lot of standing back and just watching the two of them paint and make music, and I think they each had the same respect for each other. It makes it really a joy to watch them figure out what their process looks like. It yielded some pretty great stuff.
Any more you send it, ma'am, send them back in bags. Anyone you send it, my kid, I'll send them back in pieces.
It's like full emotional contact. Once you're in his orbit, he'll send you the YouTube clips and the books that he's reading and just swapping, and I just feel really loved by him, and I realize, like, I think everybody on the set probably also feels that way.
Come with me, I'll tell you everything.
This season, we're taking it up a level. I'm teaching my guests survival skills. Then they need to face the wild alone.
I'm sure if he's asking me to do it, I can do it, right?
There's no turning back. Oh, God! Talk me into this! Running Wild with Bear Grylls. Mondays at 9 on National Geographic.
We're back at the world premiere of the FX original series, The Old Man. Can you tell us about the action and fight scenes and what goes into pulling them off.
Jeff Bridges did a lot of working out and training. We don't have glamour and like ridiculous punch. We feel it. We feel it on him, and then we see it on his body.
Yeah, I'm fine. The dogs are fine. These fight scenes, if you're lucky enough, like we were, to have some masters in their craft, these stunt coordinators, were wonderful to work with. They make the fights seem so real.
How does this series balance action and thrills with meditative drama about life and aging?
That's what attracted me to this series, and I think it's what drew Jeff back into television. It is so complex. You have this character-driven story that is so moving, and the emotional stakes are so high. It will not be easy. There's nothing he won't do to ensure his own survival. There's no limit to the damage he'll do. This is not someone to underestimate.
I think of it honestly as a deconstruction of sort of the masculine archetype. We're gonna, pound this person into submission, but what does that look like as you age, and what is the wreckage of that? And, then you have somebody like Zoe saying, who are you? Why are you doing this? And I don't think Dan has had somebody ask him that. It matters to me what happens to you after this. It matters to me that you make it out alive.
I think that's really comes from John Steinberg's script, how the script has those aspects in it, and you just do your best in each part that you have. I always thought of making movies as sort of pulling off a magic trick, that's never been done before, and you're trying to figure out how you can make it as entertaining as possible and as real as possible. What?
For FXM, I'm Tava Smiley. See you next time.
Because being a superhero is a trial by fire.
Bruce, I'm not going to be a superhero.
What else you gonna do as a Hulk?
Lawyer show.
We just started a superhuman law division, and I want the She-Hulk to be the face of it.
We do things by the book.
The Book of Ashanti.
The book of American law.
Family meeting.
We have big news. Kellogg's Cinnamon Roll Frosted Mini Wheats.
Bakery fresh cinnamon roll flavor in every bite. You're gonna love them.
Another round. I'm good.
Let's do a song.
Of course it was a cat guy. It's always a cat guy. Most people have heard of him.
Can't you see? He set them up.
And that's exactly what they want you to think, yeah.
Got it.
Baby, you're perfect and I wanna get in. Can I get down so I can? I like the way you work it. I got to bag it up. I like the way you work it.
Hello, welcome to T-Town. Like man over 40 everywhere. These guys experience a drop in testosterone. Don't worry, it happens to all of us. Some guys took my advice about how to boost their testosterone, and some didn't. This guy got the message loud and clear.
That's right. Nugenix Total T.
Nugenix Total T is the unique man-boosting formula powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient, clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels, to help you feel stronger, leaner, with more muscle and drive. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone brand at GNC, but you can only get your complimentary bottle by texting GO to 321321. Thanks.
It'll make you feel like a new man. And by the way, feel like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text GO to 321321. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free.
Bray is
is a brand new film in the Predator franchise, only available on Hulu, about a young Comanche girl named Nadu.
She wants to be a hunter, and people keep telling her that she should not be, and she ends up fighting the predator.
My character, Tabe, he's big brother of Nadu, a protective brother who wants to see her succeed, but succeed safely.
The rich tapestry on setting this film in the 1700s, it was kind of the Comanche idyllic life. You don't have, all of the technology, but the Predator still has his technology, and he's the ultimate hunter.
The Comanche people were incredible warriors. Their hunting style and their fighting styles was just perfect to fight the predator. I've never seen anything like it.
There's so many different kinds of action scenes in this movie. I was lucky to work with stunt coordinators and fight choreographers.
We did a 4-week boot camp before we started shooting that consisted of weapons training, Comanche style archery, spears, knives, a tomahawk.
The horse riding and shooting the bow from the horse. It was intense, but it was enjoyable.
There's a few very fun Easter eggs that tie our movie into the other Predator movies that I think long-standing Predator fans will be happy to see.
They will be excited to see fresh ideas based on all the things that they love. They get to see a new creature design.
The day that we finally saw the Predator come on set, like the actors, the crew, everybody was just like, everybody just had to start clapping.
Joseph Mercola was passionate about the evils of the government and Big Pharma.
He was the biggest player when COVID came along in the anti-vax market.
He wanted people to know the truth.
If you look at what he puts out there, everything says the vaccines are very bad and dangerous.
People are just trying to get good information, but if they can't get it from their doctor, where else are they going to get it? A special look at Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, where the storytellers from Walt Disney Imagineering and Lucasfilm bring to life a new way to experience the epic adventures of Star Wars.
What makes Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser so special and will really connect with fans is that it's really your first opportunity to live Star Wars.
Star Wars lovers embark on a 2-night journey living aboard the Halcyon Star Cruiser, where they choose their own unique storylines, adventures, and activities.
You can kind of pick and choose what you want to focus on, and if you just love the kind of big hero's journey myth of Luke Skywalker or Rey or any of those characters, you can get on board with that. But if you really like knowing about the details of proton torpedoes on an X-Wing, we got that information for you too. You can just keep peeling back the onion of things that make you happy and make you excited.
Depending on how you choose to play, guests can experience completely different activities. For example, there's bridge operations training session, where you might find yourself at the helm of the bridge, blowing up TIE fighters and getting into the middle of the action yourself. The lightsaber training pod is where guests do lightsaber training. So here, you'll wield a lightsaber and actually face off against a training remote. Blaster bolts will fire at you, and you're able to deflect those blaster beams holding your lightsaber, defending your friends and family behind you. At its inception, the experience started with a single mission statement: how to get families to play together. Teams of experts from different fields and technologies, robotics, architecture, theater, gameplay, and of course, experts on the movies and television sagas came together to create this common vision of a world where guests get to live their story.
It's been an amazing partnership with Walt Disney Imagineering and Lucasfilm. Both sides bring such a huge amount of passion for both Star Wars and Disney parks, and it's just this big mind meld of Star Wars fandom and just wanting to give guests the best experience possible. When we started talking about finding a way to make the experiences even more immersive, my team is there to guide the Star Wars authenticity to make sure that all of the storytelling fits within the larger Star Wars worlds. And you really get to step away from the real world for a minute and just be Star Wars. It's not just for the core fans. They're going to love it and find all kinds of Easter eggs and fun stuff, but it's also for people that love the people that love Star Wars.
We hope you've enjoyed this special look at Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, an out-of-this-world experience for the Star Wars fan in all of us. Ryan Reynolds, Rob McElhenney, the new owners of Wrexham AFC.
Football's more than a game to people in this town. It's not life and death. It's more important than that.
Welcome to the world premiere of the FX original series, The Bear. A young man from the world of fine dining comes home to Chicago to run his family's sandwich shop after a heartbreaking death. He must balance the challenges of operating a small business, a strong-willed kitchen staff,
Bread stays the same. Gravy stays the same.
and strained family relationships.
Only appear when you need something. You never got back to me about the thing. You've spent every minute since you've been back in that restaurant.
This is what real kitchens do, guys. This is what real teams do. Okay, my character is Carmi Berzado. He's a young chef that comes home after his brother's death, and he inherits his family restaurant. He's trying to make something new out of it. He's coming up against a lot of conflict from the people who've worked there for a long time.
Get your ass back in there and you make that spaghetti.
I play Natalie Berzado, or Sugar, who is Carmi's sister, and she is really excited that Carmi is back in Chicago, but she feels really torn up because she feels like he's unavailable to her. So she's pulling and trying to get something from him, and that's very frustrating for her.
Yo,
That's how you say hello to me. I play Sydney, who comes into the restaurant. Hi. Hello. Looking to prove herself to Carmi, looking to prove herself to the rest of the crew of the restaurant, sort of make a name for herself. Well, it's a new recipe.
What'd I just say?
I play a guy called Richie Yermovich, who's a real Chicago native, has a very strong belief of how there's a right way and a wrong way to do
Is
things.
that usually his way?
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to be on our best behavior.
My character is Tina. She's really rough around the edges. She's been working at the Bear for a really long time, but it's not just her job. It's her family. It's her support system. You know, she doesn't suffer fools.
you cut vegetables like a bitch.
And you mentioned family. Can you tell us how the series explores family relationships, both the family you're born in and the ones you make?
They kind of mirror each other, so there's a lot of love, there's a lot of sacrifice, there's a lot of loyalty, but it is toxic as hell.
Like a lot of
Just
families.
like real families.
It's a lot about like found family. I think what it kind of attracted me to the role of Carmi is I don't think I've read a lonelier character. And this arc is kind of about opening up and welcoming people in, and that was a story I thought was worth telling. I went to an Al-Anon meeting. My brother, he was an addict.
Carmi doesn't want to deal with his family. The pain is too much, and so he loses himself in the kitchen and the family there. And I think that is really universal about all of us at work. You find your chosen family, and I think that's even more true in the kitchen because it's so intense.
3 hours to open, chef. Who are you yelling at, Carmi?
Yeah, there's a lot of yelling, there's a lot of eating, which I feel like feels very true to my family at least.
Wrigley didn't deliver enough meat this week.
Why didn't Wrigley deliver?
Because we're out of money.
Fumble of joy.
More than a feeling.
You hear what Darth Vader had to do after losing last week?
Is it as bad as what happened to Game of Jones?
What's wrong, dear? You haven't touched your Sunday. Is it because Gramps trounced your sad excuse for fantasy team this week? Grandpa's on a hot streak.
Netflix original series, The Bear. Can you talk to us about authenticity and how this creative team brings the camaraderie and chaos of kitchen work to life?
That was sort of how we built the show. It was around having chef consultants. They would come into the writer's room and answer our questions and tell us these insane stories. You know, how things work in a kitchen, but also, the passion and those relationships.
So how you go past the family test? Delicious or impressive?
Delicious is impressive.
We trained. I trained. IO trained. Everybody trained. We all became pretty good, pretty okay chefs.
They built working kitchens for us, and being in these small kind of confined spaces, we worked very quickly and had a real immediate, spontaneous sort of working environment. It was very quick and compact and combustible.
When all the burners were on, it got hot. That helped add authenticity for sure. The sweat is sweat. You see a lot of sweat. That sweat is sweat. Yeah, the sweat's real. If you ran a restaurant, what kind would it be and why?
It would be a bakery. I'm an avid baker. Chef.
After this show and learning more about just how hard it is to keep a restaurant going,
I know what this is.
I think my restaurant would have like one food item.
It would definitely be a criollo restaurant. It'd be the best Puerto Rican food, and everyone would be union.
I have a 20-month-old, so I'm getting really good at like switching up mac and cheese recipes.
Mission accomplished.
Trying to do sandwiches behind.
For FXM, I'm Tava Smiley. Thanks for watching.
Mom, your dad is the devil, and you're the Antichrist.
I'm supposed to accept that you had sex with Satan or anyone? Where have you been?
Hipsters call it the fringe, which makes me want to punch a hole in my face. Ow!
You keep doing what your dad's doing, that evil will spread in you, and you'll become, honestly, like a successful CEO and all like that.
Real love, always being game to play and enjoying it, even if you're losing.
Real love begins on eHarmony. eHarmony, here for real love.
Maybe. So.
I mean, we both saw this coming.
Every step of the way, you get a little squeeze on your feet.
They just feel like a little massage.
Introducing ZenStep from Copperfit, the revolutionary new insoles that massage and soothe your feet with every step.
It is like a little massage with every movement.
An impact-absorbing footbed designed with stimulating reflexology massage nodes. Keep your feet comfortable all day with every step you take.
My feet feel as good at the end of the day as they did when I started my day.
A breathable cooling surface, copper infused to reduce odors, and a contoured arch and heel for added support.
These little nodes are like little massage bubbles that make your feet feel so good.
From dress, work, to casual shoes.
My feet feel amazing. I feel recharged. I feel rejuvenated.
Get the massaging ZenStep insoles at ZenStep.com for only $14.99 or call 1-800-296-5216. Copperfit ZenStep insoles.
Furniture legs get scarred on floors, costing you a lot of cash. Now there's Ruby Sliders, the new chair leg covers that protect your floors, prevent scratching, and slide with ease without all the noise. They fit snugly on most size legs and glide across any floor. Now you can move even your largest furniture with no effort at all. Regular felt gets worn and easily falls off, but Ruby Sliders feature an ultra-tight nano-weave material attached with an industrial-strength adhesive to the cover, so they're built to last. Plus, they're ultra-flexible and conform to most sizes. They'll protect any kind of floor, from hardwood, laminate, ceramic tile, and more. Call or go online now to get Ruby Sliders for as low as 99 cents with free shipping. And remember, red means they're authentic. This offer is not available on Amazon, so order now.
Call 1-800-405-2147 or visit rubysliders.com. So call 1-800-405-2147 now.
So, what can I help you with, Gene? I know I'm not normal. Anyone who's come this far and keep hammering away at the hard things, they can be helped. But I have bigger problems. I have a compulsion
about my life.
The following is a paid advertisement from Time Life.